Good one, Batman.
Good one.
Let's record an intro.
Let's record an intro. Yes.
Yes,
No,
a genius.
I forgot to record the intro for this video, but thank you for watching the Black and White Podcast. I'm your host, Valiant, and thank you for supporting my channel and being interested in listening to this. I'm just today with my friend Garrett, and we're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff, mainly anime. I hope you guys enjoy it. So, thank you.
Now, back to your regular scheduled podcast.
Do you ever get like an itch of wanting to do something very specific? Because everyone has like food cravings where you'll randomly want some like food you had when you were 12, or it could just be like you just want pizza. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Food cravings for like
Yeah.
a certain kind.
Yeah.
My mom used to make really good noodles and dumplings. At least I always used to think they were good. And sometimes I really wish I could have some more, but it's just not that common. Of like we get that or make that, so
You can't ask her. Be like,
Really
Mom,
rare.
can you make some more dumplings?
I could, but I don't know what's with them. Maybe I was a kid and that's why they were much better, but they're just not good anymore.
I've had
The
like,
last time
one
she made
dumpling.
some.
It was not good.
My mom's still a great cook though, but yeah.
I just been recently having a struggle with like an itch for games. Because I'll just randomly really want to like have a itch for Vigor, and I'll hop on Vigor, play one match, and then I can hop right back off and I'm okay. Like, do you ever have that? Because randomly I want to play For Honor or I want to play Pokemon. I play for like 10 minutes and then I hop right off and I'm like satisfied.
No, it's a real big problem for me because I'll never want to start playing something because when I do, I always want to put in a lot of time into it.
Yeah, you.
I'll have to do it for like, it has to be like a schedule part of the day, like what I'm doing for a good amount of time. I don't just hop in and out. It's kind of my problem because like then I'll spend so much time on that game and that game alone or just a thing in general. And so I don't space myself out. So then I just stop wanting to do it. So I get really far into something and then stop. Like Zelda. I really get excited for like Zelda games, but then I get like really far and I just stop because I've had like so much of it that I just take a break and don't return for a very long time. It's kind of my biggest problem, to be honest,
You're
when playing games.
You're a grinder at heart, but then you burn yourself out because you're too
Pretty
much of a
much.
grinder.
Like Getcha, bro. I was in it for a while, but then you get to the character grinding for like.
For a while? Your
There's
definition of
stuff.
a while is short.
Listen, it was a while and a good amount of time I was playing that. But
How many months do you think you played it consistently?
2.
Exactly. I don't know. For Genshin, I feel like that's a very short period. I don't know.
Maybe.
I get that. When I get committed to it,
It's kind of the way it makes you not even let you have like spend a lot of time in one day because it makes you space out stuff because it has like that little thing
Limits.
where you can't. Yeah, it has limits and stuff.
Cool,
Kind of
isn't
mobile game-ish because it is a mobile.
Because it is
game.
a mobile game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, when I start a game, like Shifu is the most recent one, I knew when I got it that I was gonna commit and beat it because I understand. I heard everybody saying how hard it is, obviously.
Yeah.
And I knew when I bought it, I purchased it on sale. I was like, I just spent money on this. I have to finish it. So it took me a little bit. I kind of took my time, but I beat it, and I like it. What I do now, kind of also, I feel like it helps me motivate me to stay committed to a game. Is I take a screenshot of all of the like story driven or like just a game with a campaign.
Yeah.
And there was like on the PS5, there's a ability to add a screenshot to your favorite section. It's like a whole nother folder where just your starred / favorite images are up here. So I take screenshots of like all of my games, like Red Dead. My newest two is Shifu and Mafia Definitive Edition.
Ooh.
What other Spider-Man? Both Spider-Man games. Genshin is in there. Elden Ring. I have to look at them to remember exactly, but I can pull them up. But you know what I'm talking about, like all my campaign.
Put them on the
story
screen.
games. I probably will. But all those screenshots I have, and for some reason that kind of motivates me to add to it. So when I
Huh.
get a story game I want to play, I definitely finish it so I can add
So
it
you're
to
a
my little.
photographer at heart.
No, it's like a picture book. What are they called? A photo album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
That's
know.
nice. I don't usually take photos,
I did. I
to
have
be
it on the
honest.
Switch too. It's like because I don't take screenshots on the Switch, so it's like all my screenshots are just
When
for.
I take screenshots, it's basically only for Xenoblade, to be completely honest. Basically
Yeah,
the only
I've
time
seen
I
it.
ever
I've
have.
seen that. Yeah,
They're
and you
good, okay.
have Xenoblade 3, right? You
Not
don't have
yet.
not yet. Okay, and you're playing through
Gotta
which
beat
one?
one first.
One. What
The
about
first
two?
one. Because I basically beat two.
Okay.
Yeah. And then because they're really kind of detached until the third one, I've heard, so.
Have you been burnt out from Xenoblade yet? Or are you still on the grind?
I'm taking a little bit of a break, but I've actually taken time to not let myself tire out too much. Because I still do long sessions,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to slim it down and do it more often so that I
Space it
don't
out.
like. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the game that's like, since I have two games I need to play through for the series because I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to get spoiled too much before I play it. Because the longer I take, the more sure it is I'm probably gonna get spoilers. So I'm just trying to space it out so I can get to like beat this one and then finally start 3 and don't have to worry about it so much. So yeah, I'm trying to do better on actually spacing the enjoyment out of the game.
Well, one
I am
game.
doing. I gotta be honest. I'm doing so many of the quests because Xenoblade, dude, has way too
Side
many
quests, you mean?
quests.
Side
Yeah,
quests?
side quests, side
Yeah, side
quests.
quests.
It's so many. It's not even funny.
I feel that way about Pokemon Arceus, bruh. Like, I wanted to
Mm.
100% the game, but everywhere I go, every single person, I see a little dot above their head. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to have to go everywhere and talk to every single person.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, I bring
I've
that
been
up
trying to.
because, as you know, I just beat that game.
Yeah. Mm.
You've been
I've
trying to
been trying
what?
to 100% it just so I could like fight Arceus because I know there's an Arceus fight if you get every Pokemon and
Yes, yes.
stuff.
I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-mm.
I beat the guy who brings out what's the caterpillar
Volo.
Volo,
The
but what's
caterpillar, bro.
the
Darkrai.
dark? That's Darkrai.
No, 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 no. No, it's not Darkrai.
That's
Am I
not Darkrai.
stupid?
Darkrai's the ghost dude.
Hey, bro, don't blame me. I never played Diamond and Pearl. Come on, what is this?
There's Dialga, Palkia,
D-
and Giratina.
shoot.
Giratina, I gotcha.
I even. Gosh darn it. I'm so upset right now.
For real, you should be disappointed.
No, no, I'm not. I don't need to be upset. It's
Uh,
Giratina. Who cares about it? Come on.
Come on, son.
Come on, son.
I don't know. I have a one friend that's very big, huge fan of Giratina. I think it's like his favorite Pokemon.
Who is this bozo?
Helmet. That's just like his
Makes
favorite.
sense.
No, but like the one game I'm having a big struggle right now committing to is Stray, and that's partially because I've seen the ending. Like I was really invested in like playing it, but it got a little boring, and then I was scrolling through TikTok and someone showed a clip of the ending, and I watched it on accident, being stupid, not paying attention.
Mm,
And ever since then, it's been such a struggle to force myself
you
to
are
play
being
it.
stupid.
I
It's
don't know.
true.
I I gave up on Blade Runner. I wasn't fun.
Mm.
Um,
That's bad. That's
I'll
too
beat
bad.
I'll beat Stray. I'm just taking my absolute time with it.
Uh,
Um,
it is a cat game. I don't think you need to rush it or anything.
no, it's 100%. I need all the
No, it's because
trophies.
it's a cat game that
I
I need
need
to
all
play.
the trophies. No, I think it's all right. I think it looks really pretty. I
Only
think it was
cat
a
game
cool
I ever
concept.
cared about was Cats 2 on the PS2.
I just want to support like original, like unique or more unique
Those who get it,
games.
you get it. Anyways, yeah, yeah. You'll support more indies.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
but like, indies of high quality too. Like,
Mm,
I
like
mean,
Proof.
I think when most people think of indies, they're gonna think of like the 2D platformer, or usually 2D. You rarely see a popular indie that's 3D and as good as graphics, as good as
It's
like
kind
as
of
well
rare.
produced as that. And plus,
It's definitely not
PlayStation picked it up.
common.
It's not really like I wouldn't even call that an indie because PlayStation kind of picked it up and made it its baby.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
they
Stray.
promoted the crap out of it,
Yeah, they
and it was
did.
and they
I
made
think
it
it was
like.
going to be smaller scale, and then PlayStation picked it up after the big old, like, cat hype.
Hmm.
Because if I remember, it was one of the best things on, like, the... I mean, it was one of the most exciting things on the, like... It was on Presents, and I think it was one of the best things they had on the Presents, so it got more hype than other stuff. So I think that's why they picked it up. But then they didn't like improve the team, so it just kind of stayed small scale. But Sony was hoping for more. I don't know. I've heard a lot of talk about it, but I haven't played the game. I mean, I guess I played your copy, but
Yeah, you played it for you got a little demo for a few minutes.
yeah, it was so great. Nah, it's okay.
I have Demon Souls too, as you know, since you played that last time you were here for a little bit.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm actually going to commit to that. I want to, but I have to wait till I'm in the mood because that's a very specific game. That's a challenge. I just got done with Shifu. Like, I don't want to hop right into another challenge game. Because Deathloop was also just added to the PlayStation Game Pass thing, and that I may play that as well. So I may overdose on challenge games.
You gotta play something nice and easy, like let's
Stray!
play a visual novel.
Yes. What is it? That Succubus one? Sarai Succubus or whatever it's called. Like Returnal is another one I have not been committed to. Like I was committed to it, but
Did you
it's
get
such
it?
a challenge. Returnal?
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
I forgot you
I got to
that.
the third boss, the third or second boss.
It's difficult.
It's such a grindy game, dude. Like the satisfaction I got from finally beating the first boss was immense. But like, I'll beat it. That's one of the games I'll definitely come back to. But at the moment, I've paused it.
It is a roguelike.
Mm-hmm.
Which are the best games? No offense.
I don't know. The games I'm excited for right now are God of War and Pokemon. Those are my.
Well,
two
God of War is
top
gonna be
picks.
great, guaranteed.
So what
I
do
think
you
it's much
have
of a
you?
question.
You still have Netflix, right?
My sister has it. I just kind of steal it.
Have you watched? Have you heard of Cyberpunk's anime? Everyone's been talking about.
Oh yeah, bro. I watched that 3 days ago. All of it
For real?
in one day. Yeah.
For real?
I
Was it
watched
good?
all of Edge
For
Runners.
real? Oh my
I'm
god.
for real. I watched it in one day, like
That's
sequentially.
unheard of for you.
I know.
That's
It's not
unheard
that-
of.
It's really short. It's only 10 episodes.
I thought it was 8.
No, it's 10.
Okay.
But in those 10 episodes, there's a really good story.
So
It
you do
really
like
is. No, yeah, it's really enjoyable. I mean, I'm not that much into gore or like even like violent things that much, but it's a good show. It really is, especially because it's by Trigger, and you know when you watch a Trigger show, like for people who don't know, Trigger like the studio that makes
Darling in the
anime.
Franxx,
Of
Kill la
that's,
Kill,
Kill la Kill,
Gurren Lagann.
because it technically wasn't them who worked on Gurren Lagann. I think that was Gainax, but it's the same team, like the same team who
Same
made.
art style. That's what we're trying to get.
It's
people
the
to
same
remember.
art style and the same team and producers, but essentially, that moved from Gainax to make Studio Trigger. Anyways, those people, they're like super crazy when it comes to their ideas and their endings and etc. But since this is like an owned IP, I felt like they were working within the IP's like.
They were working
'Cause
with
it's-
artists who said no.
Yeah,
they were working with artists who actually told them, "No, we're not
They
bringing them
didn't
into
have
space
a
with
director.
aliens."
They didn't have a director that said, "Oh yeah, turn the girl into a giant ass mech." You know, at the very end of the show. No spoilers. Listen, it
That
was
show's
really
so
good
weird.
and enjoyable for the studio. I'm not gonna lie, I teared up at the end, but hey,
I feel like
I
if I
mean-
walk into it now, I'm not going to enjoy it as much as other people since I've seen so many people post.
You seen
about,
spoilers?
Yeah. Because like
Ooh.
the very first thing I saw was before I even heard. I didn't even know the show was coming out. The very first thing I saw was like the ending of her reacting to him dying or something like that.
oh, hey,
Spoilers, by the way. Just someone in the show dying.
Someone,
And,
yeah.
someone, and I don't know. I feel like it's pretty.
No
that,
lie.
that show's been so
I-
flying around in social media right now.
I
think
saw it
everybody
at
knows about
like mid-proportion before it like super propelled, and that's when I decided, hey, I haven't played Edge Runners, or I haven't played Cyberpunk, but if this anime like is in the world, I'm kind of interested because I've always liked the idea. You know, I think almost everybody liked the idea of Cyberpunk. I mean, it just wasn't pulled through.
I'm not that huge fan of the futuristic aesthetic. I think
then
it
you're
looks
lame.
interesting.
No,
I'm
kidding.
tempted to buy the game. It's $25 right now. It's 50%
It's actually
off.
it's doing the best it ever has.
I was
ever
gonna bring
since,
that
like,
up. Yeah, it has like over
Yeah.
1 million daily players now. because
And
the
he,
anime just
yeah,
shot it up in the popularity.
but I saw the popularity, and I saw one spoiler, and that's character's death, and that it was sort of a sad ending. And I was like, hey, you know what? It's only 10 episodes, enough to get me to watch it. I have Netflix, so I watched the whole thing a singular day, sequentially, right after each other, and it was hella worth it, dude. Also, OST, the soundtrack on that show, great. Really good. I would add some of those tunes to listen to, like, just regularly. It's really good.
I just have a feeling I won't enjoy it that much.
It
Everyone's
does
been
have some
praising it to
adult.
Kingdom Come, and I'm already, like I mentioned before, I'm not that big of a fan of
I'm
futuristic
gonna be
aesthetic.
honest. There really isn't anybody who's complaining about it, from what I've seen. I mean,
Yeah, I've never
most
heard
people that
anybody
complain
contradict.
say it should have more episodes. And if that's the complaint, that's a good ass complaint. That's all I'm gonna be saying. It's like, oh, it
I'm
should
not
have
that big
more
of a fan
episodes.
of the art style either.
Well,
And
yeah,
I don't
it's
have Netflix at the moment. I could easily acquire Netflix again, just to watch that show. There's also a Pokemon show that just dropped, so I probably will get Netflix. So I might give it a try. It's just that I know all
oh
the
yeah, the
deaths.
Arceus show.
Yeah, yeah. I know all the deaths. I know.
You know all the deaths?
Yes, I do. I know.
Dang.
I'm not gonna be able to experience it like everyone else can, and that kind of bums me out.
Yeah,
But
that
I
is
don't know.
sucks.
I don't really feel like I missed too much. But speaking of gore, and how you don't like gore that much, Chainsaw Man drops in 16 days. How does that make you feel?
Makes me hype as hell. Like I'm gonna be so happy.
Hmm. Are we
On
watching it
my
together?
how about this? Because they're sub and dub come out on the same day.
We can
So
watch
listen
sub.
up. What?
We can watch sub, or do you want to watch?
No,
I
I was
watch
gonna
dub,
watch
and you watch
sub.
sub.
I was gonna watch sub, and then I can watch dub with you. I'll watch the episode twice in a day. I will do that.
Oh, you
I
don't want to
want to
watch it
do
together
that.
for the first time. You
I
already know
want to
what's gonna
watch it
happen.
by myself the first time, then I will watch it with you the
All
second on
right, all
dub.
right, all right.
Because I want to watch it on sub and dub. I want to watch it on both.
I was
So,
gonna watch it sub.
oh, you
So
were?
yeah, I
Do
was
you not like
planning
the
to.
dub?
No,
Did you hear the dub?
it's because I'm learning Japanese right now. I'm watching everything in sub.
Oh,
You have to like hear
honestly,
everything.
okay. Well, then we could both watch the sub separately, then watch the dub
No,
together.
it's okay. I don't know. We got My Hero in 6 days as well. I'm on the My
That's in
Anime
six
Chart app.
days.
Yes, it's in 6 days, bro.
Dang,
They're gonna
I
butcher
didn't
it.
even know.
I'm
I'm just
ca-
kind of.
I'm predicting it now. It's gonna be bad. Me and Garrett have talked about this in the past, but if you're
Oh
listening,
yeah.
I'm very worried about this. I'm not one of those people who are on Twitter and complaining about one pixel being off compared to the manga and the anime. That's not what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
My whole complaint is the palette of the show,
The
because
color palette.
in the manga, the atmosphere that we're about to enter
We are
and
both
the
manga readers,
atmosphere
by the way.
that's in there right now, kind of that we're kind of maybe getting out of, hopefully, is dark, hopeless, and just sad. Like the author really wants you to feel hopeless. And if we see the things that you're gonna see in the anime with all the crap that's about to drop and everything that's about to go down, if we see that in like cartoon lighting and like some Blue's Clues, the Zaboomafoo lighting, it's not gonna hit at all the same. They need to bring the light down. They
This
need to
ain't
turn the
some
brightness down.
Nickelodeon shit, bro. Why is
No.
this like that light? I gotta agree though. Like it, at least from the trailers alone. Set aside the animation quality, right? Because some of it looked okay. Most of it looked not that amazing. At this point, that's what I expect. I mean, last season was kind of on some parts, so I wasn't expecting the best of animation. But I think you're completely right. Ever since the villain arc, and there can be an argument made for the palette then, but especially this next oncoming arc, for anybody who has not read the manga, it's going to be a big arc, much more dramatic,
Batman
kind of
Deku.
serious. Yeah.
Everyone knows Batman Deku. Everyone's seen
At
images.
this
Everyone who
point,
cares.
everybody's
Everybody's
seen-
seen like a screenshot of the manga or meme with Deku, and everyone like hyping it up, like, oh, you guys
Most
are ready
likely.
for Deku. You aren't ready for him. He's finna change. He's finna get more hard. He's got that Black Air
Even-
Force energy.
Regardless of the popularity of the manga right now or what happens in the future, this arc is genuinely a good arc, and seeing the treatment of it getting the same color palette as from where we started,
The cartoon. Look.
the cartoon look with the bright reds and blues, it is kind of detracting
And the
from the meaning.
actual audience, if we have been, this is the sixth season, the
Yeah.
audience, the anime only watchers, this show has never had crazy big stakes. This show has never had the most enormous consequences. It's had a good vibe. It's had a chill vibe. You can relax. People have called this show, like, people crap on this show all the time, obviously, because of the fandom and for the actual show itself.
Yeah.
But if the anime watchers now experience the shift in tone and the color palette, hopefully that's going to happen, it would actually make the viewers understand, and I feel like it would impact the viewers more than it would the manga readers,
Right.
because it would be such a dramatic like shift to, oh crap, dude, this is not good. I feel like things are not good. Like, I actually feel for the characters right now. I feel the environment.
Because in terms of the manga's art style, it did take a gritty turn.
A
In a
lot more shading,
sense,
just a lot more
it's a
shading,
lot more.
a lot more
Like
detail.
Horikoshi went actual hard with like the
He
weekly
went through like
chapters, which is
47
really
pencils
insane.
every single panel.
Yeah, I am not surprised. Although I don't know if he does it digitally or
He
not.
probably does
I
it
bet
digitally.
he probably does.
He does it digitally.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous
Well,
the
Hunter
kind
x
of
Hunter
change it
doesn't
goes
do it
through.
digitally.
No, and that's why Togashi has so many back. I don't know about that.
Yeah, let's back up.
Let's back up. I don't want to offend the Hunter. Hey, I don't know why Togashi got his back problems, but he does. Okay, but hey, new volume coming out soon, guys. That's good news. Okay, every Hunter x Hunter fan, be on the lookout.
Isn't that next
new
month?
volume's coming out. I think so. Yeah, he should have said so. I
next
find
month.
that surprising. Hopefully, it's not another wall of text or a novel. That's what I hope for. But hey,
Nah, it's gonna be.
I don't concurrently read it, so
Homie's
say
trying to.
concurrent,
Homie's trying to
but
try to put like a bunch of information. He's gonna catch you up. Everything you've missed from him being gone is gonna be in one novel. So it's gonna be like all words and like Kilo's face pointing, like trying to poke out of the text.
that's pretty much what it has been. I mean, 2 years ago, mind you, but was that 3 years ago? I
No
don't
idea.
even know. Hey, but it's cool that other stuff like what's it? Berserk is still going, even besides the author passing
That's
away.
gonna make a lot of people mad. So if you don't understand, Berserk's author died, and now his team is. I think they even said that they
Excuse
have
me, I don't
permission.
remember his name.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
But his team has said
Kentaro Miura. There we go.
that his team has permission from himself before he died to be able to continue the story and kind of understand, because they've been with him the whole time, to understand that like they can basically like do their best to continue the story of what they think it would be like.
I think he has
even though he's dead.
I think he has a short manuscript of ideas, but it's not. He's a short
They're
manuscript.
still going to
and
be in control, not him. That's the thing. That's the thing that
no,
matters.
they are practically going to be control. Although in a newsletter they did say they are going to just try and adapt the story. Miura. Miura had planned. I know the guy who's kind of directing and making decisions is like one of his best friends who he talked about ideas over the manga with. I'm not really sure. I haven't actually read Berserk, so
Neither of us have.
neither of us have. I can't praise it Kingdom Come like most people do. But hey,
Beautiful art. I can praise that.
I do know it looks amazing.
It looks
That's
amazing.
for sure.
Like, I've been tempted to make it my home screen on my phone and like computer, but like I feel like it'd be cheating because I never read it. I just really like the art.
Yeah.
Like the fan art I've seen of him as well, like alone or like edits of the manga shots. It's really
of
good.
guts. Yeah.
But my question for you though on that topic is, and the viewers, you can think about this as well. What would you do in his situation from like being able to view it? Like if you were dead and you had a story that was being written and say someone close to you wants to continue it after you die, would you be okay with that, or would you want it to stop with your life?
Berserk was kind of Miura's legacy work. I think he's been working on it, I don't know, maybe over 30 years. I can't quite he's basically been working on it most of his life. Looking at something I would be making from that perspective, it would be kind of hard to not finish it when I do. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but like, it's just like
So
it's
no,
gonna go
you
on
wouldn't want
without
it.
me. And it's a feeling of either do you want this thing to be grander than even your life, or is it personal to you? And
Hmm.
since I haven't made a project like that, it's hard to kind of put my thought process in there. But
Like George Lucas,
yeah, like George Lucas, he kind of just let it go on without him.
and he is not happy about that.
Hey, he shouldn't have sold the rights. But hey, that's the. I
At
mean,
least
I
we got
guess
the
there's.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, right. I mean, could he have guessed Disney was going to ruin it and switch off directors each movie? No, but it happened. So
So it's a no. It's a no for me as well.
it's.
I personally wouldn't like it.
I don't know. If it was something as popular as Berserk, I think I would let it go on past my life to make something grander, kind of make a legacy story. Then again, you're leaving it out of your hands. But if I had someone close to me that was a best friend, say, I don't know, perhaps you.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I would. I think I might do it.
I don't know. For me, it would be this. If, say, I was George Lucas, and before I died, I let Disney, like right after George Lucas signed away his rights to Star Wars and making the movies, because he was done with it. He didn't have any more
Yeah.
stories he wanted to tell, and I died in that situation, and they went on to create the Star Wars movies they've made today.
We.
Or
We. We.
I,
We.
or I have made a story and I die, and I let you or someone else take the helm, continue it because of the fans really want to see how the story ends because everybody's so connected and interested and invested in the characters of the
Mm-hmm.
world I've made. My whole thing is, if I die and that story continues and it doesn't go the way I personally would want it to, or it doesn't go the way like the fans wanted to, and basically it becomes bad. Now,
Yeah.
and my name is still attached to it. Now people are gonna look at my legacy in that in entertainment area, like see my name attached to that story and go, man, it was really going somewhere, but it really fell off. And instead of, man, that show was so good, it was amazing. It's such a bummer. It'll never finish.
I
I'd
get
rather
that,
that than possibly people going, this is
but
trash, bro.
what I
Valiant Comb is a
see,
horrible offer.
what I see from a lot of Berserk fans that have their thoughts about this is that they've come to the decision that it's kind of like Berserk in a different way. Like it's kind of been morphed at this point. From this point on, if it's good, it's good. But I think in a lot of their minds, the ending is where the last chapter from Mira was at, and so whether or not like what the future chapters do, I've heard a lot of fans kind of just in their own way say, well, despite what's going on now, that will always be the ending
Yeah.
from Mira for me. So I think at least the
Canon ending.
fans, they can kind of just use what was the legacy, or hey, this new stuff is fine with me. I'm cool with it.
As long as people are clear that this new stuff isn't him anymore.
Yeah, it's not him. I think it's just ideas he gave to his friend and like a short manuscript of like thought plot process. I don't know. It's kind of a little vague, but apparently they have good people on it. Not really sure. I haven't heard much of the new chapters because I'm not trying to. I think one day I'll get down to reading the series, but so I've not been trying to listen to too much. But from what I see, it's still popular, so that's good.
Do you remember the new anime? Switching gears, obviously. Do you
Yeah,
remember the
sure.
new anime that I mentioned to you that's going to air this next season? Actually, in 6 days as well. The isekai about the guy who got OP by leveling up his farming abilities.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's going
Yeah,
to
I
be
remember
streaming
that.
on High Dive. Ugh.
Oh, no, they already rude Call of the Night with that stuff.
I'm gonna have
Oh
to. I'm
my
probably gonna have to
gosh.
get it. I'll probably watch Call of the Night when I get High Dive. I'll get High Dive like one or two
I
months.
watched all of it. Oh, well, I've caught up last night. I mean, I'm ahead in the manga,
I
mind you,
still haven't
but
got that link, buddy.
well, I had to. Okay, I'll send you links for two YouTube channels, and a link for a website because I had to split up my way of watching it. Uh,
Go to this URL for episode
It's
1
only
from
3 links. Come on.
675 to 1225, and then you got to go to
Oh,
this
it's
YouTube
not
channel for
that bad. It's not
785
that bad. But I did do that. But I caught up yesterday, and I'm not getting High Dive, mind you. I just wanted to watch that series,
Well, when
and
I
I've
get
even
it,
read it already.
I'll share it with you. It's like
Yeah, that's cool.
$5, dude. It's really cheap.
Yeah, but putting on I'm just upset, man. I'm just upset. Nobody has High Dive, even if it is $5. Nobody
But
has
it
it.
is good for competition in the market. If Crunchyroll
No,
would
I
have a
agree.
monopoly, if not.
Because of what Crunchyroll's doing, they're starting to be more cheap with their practices, like the dub they did for Mob Psycho. In case you people don't know, Mob's voice actor.
I was gonna
don't.
actually bring that up next topic.
Oh
too.
yeah, well we can bring it up here because Mob's voice actor, I don't know his name. Excuse me.
The
His dub
dub
voice
voice
actor
actor.
in English.
Yeah.
He just got let go
Well,
because he was trying.
He didn't get let go. He refused to
Whoa.
sign on to the contract that they were proposing because it didn't allow him to stay with his union.
No, that's
It was
not
like
what
a
I've
union
heard.
contract. I watched a YouTube video of himself explaining the situation.
Oh, you watched that? What I
Yeah.
heard was that he was trying. He said you accept a contract to do the voicing without any union work in it, but Crunchyroll has to meet with the union to discuss things
It's the other way
about future
around.
projects.
I may be wrong. I may be tripping balls right now, but it's actually the other way around.
That's all I've heard.
It's like he wants to be. He works with the
Isn't there a
union.
hashtag?
No. He works with a union,
Yeah, I know
and
that.
and the contract, like, something about that. Basically, he's not comfortable with signing the contract that they are wanting to make him go through with, and they're not wanting to compromise with him or make any kind of deal. They're just saying it's our way or the highway. That's basically what's happening. No matter what either of us are saying. Basically, they're saying it's our way or the highway. They're not willing to compromise with him, and he's just saying I'm not going to pick up the role. He made a video on his personal YouTube channel, and if I remember to, I will definitely leave a link down below in the video description so you can see that yourself. But the
Yeah.
dub voice actor for My Hero Academia, the dub voice actor for Mob
For
Psycho
Mob.
season 3 will not be returning, and has a very iconic voice. So anybody they take to replace that guy, it's gonna make the show feel so different. And I think I'm just gonna watch it sub because I'm not interested in a different voice. But I really do like his teacher's voice in dub. It's very funny. He's very funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can see starting from here. So, well, Crunchyroll and by large Sony and Funimation, as Sony owns them both now. Tactics I'm not really loving, but hey, that's a big discussion. I don't have too much thoughts on the union as of this moment. I haven't heard too much of SAG-AFTRA. I think that's their name. Or what is like. I'm sure you watched the video, but I don't know what's like
I watched the whole
in the
thing.
contract. I don't know if it was.
He
All
didn't
I'm
give too
hearing
much
is that
details.
mostly people are upset about this. It's a big controversy, and I think I don't know. It's good to have this competition. You're right. High Dive itself is good to have around still, and Netflix. If Netflix keeps putting out good stuff like Cyberpunk Edge Runners,
Amazon
and
Prime
not,
also buys occasionally, randomly. They'll just
yeah,
pick
like
up some
Vinland
random
Saga.
anime. Yeah,
like
not even
like a
Vinland
big
Saga.
hitter like Vinland Saga.
There's another one that's coming out next season that they've also taken.
And then now Disney Plus is actually getting anime, even though they're not putting it on there. They're buying anime rights, like they bought Bleach,
Yes, yes. I thought that was
but
streaming
then
on Disney Plus.
they're not gonna air it.
Why did they buy it?
I don't know, but they also
I
bought.
could have sworn they said that was airing on Disney Plus.
I don't know. I mean, it is because they bought it, but they also bought Summertime Rendering, which came out
Yes.
last season, and it's not come out on Disney Plus yet. So
Maybe they
the
secretly
only way to
own
watch it is
Crunchyroll.
illegally.
They secretly own Sony.
Disney does.
Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of Sony, did you know that Sony's gonna start making adult films? Animated adult films, sorry.
This is what?
Not like adult. I mean just
Okay.
like rated R.
I thought we were
films.
talking X-rated here.
No. That Sony has made it public that they're going to start making animated films that are not for children. And now recently, Illumination
What's that
has
mean,
said
more
the same
South
thing.
Park?
Illumination has stated that they're also going to at least attempt to do the
What's
same thing.
changed?
Kind of like Sausage Party in that regard
Yeah,
of
yeah. Except
adultness.
Sausage Park.
The
Yeah,
only
I don't
one that
think.
I know of right now that is actually confirmed is about a dog who is about to get neutered, and it's about his last days with his private parts.
What's changed?
What do you
I
mean?
don't get this. I don't know. I just didn't think there was a big push for this kind of thing.
I don't know either. I just feel like they're just trying to reach a different audience and make more money.
A lot of Adult Swim has been criticized for their thoughts of adult animation, quote unquote, because a lot of people don't consider it to be very good. I think a lot of adult animation, kind of has a backbone in
Gore?
swearing and
Gore.
violence as like its jokes.
Hmm.
I completely like that's my thought process. A lot of them rely on that too much, and that's why I don't think they're that successful. One of the only biggest successful ones are like what South Park and a
Family
couple other ones
Guy,
here and there. Family Guy, I
American
guess, is still pretty
Dad.
popular.
Yeah.
I
uh,
mean, those have been
Robot
around for.
Chicken, Rick
Robot
and
Chicken's over.
Morty.
Rick
I
and Morty's
mean,
still going. That's
yeah,
true.
but they're like very. I'm trying to think of popular ones.
I think a lot of the newer stuff is really just not. It's not doing well.
I beg to differ. I think they're definitely doing well. I just feel like there's
Well,
not that much.
I think there's a lot more than you think.
I'm just talking about like American TV,
Hmm.
and then probably like some Netflix originals. Like Big Mouth is one of them that a lot of people
Hmm.
don't like, but somehow is getting enough viewership to keep going. Um,
That show surprised me. That's for sure.
I never
How
watched it.
that's still going.
I just know
Oh,
that
me
people don't
neither.
like it. I don't know. Spy X Family. Speaking of adult animation, Spy X Family Court 2 is also airing in some
Literally the
cities.
opposite. I think that's the most family-friendly anime I've ever had the pleasure of watching.
I think is it still at the top of my anime list? Or
I
is
would
that oh,
not be
that's no that's sorry
surprised.
that's
Oh no,
that's Love
that's
is War.
Kaguya.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I thought for some reason my brain was mixing up the two. Is Kaguya still the top? I'm kind of curious.
Yes, Kaguya's at the top.
I
At
just
the
hope it
top
stays
show.
the top. To stay on top, baby, is so good.
Hey, I don't know. I haven't finished. I haven't watched season 2, nor watched
You haven't
Full
watched
Metal
any of it.
Alchemist. So I watched season 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what?
You still haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
No, I
Oh,
watched the original. That's all I need. Come
Brotherhood's
on.
better, bro.
I know. Everybody says that.
Because
I'm
Brotherhood
sure it
actually is
is.
like it's good. You'll get around to it.
Yeah, I will.
I feel like you'll
Totally.
get around to it, and you'll just be like, yeah, this is good. All
It's a
right.
good show.
You'll just be like, you'll sit down and be like, yeah, that was
In a
pretty good.
liter in
Like
a
Thanos
in a
at the end of it.
non-objective sense, it is a good show. I couldn't even like argue that
Yeah.
probably when I do watch it. So,
I don't know. I feel
you
like
know.
I feel like most anime that set the standard and anime that create a whole new trend or create like a precedent. You know what I'm saying? Like ones that stand at the peak of a genre or
Right.
isekai and all that spark a whole chain of new anime. I feel like usually when you
Yes.
go back to them, it's like when you go back to that original chain link, you're like, well, I've seen all this before done better and done like differently, because once the first
Sometimes.
like imagine going and
Yeah.
watching yeah, sometimes, I'm not saying every time, that's what I'm about to get to, but
Like some
imagine.
genres, I think they have their like mainstay that caused many more to go forward to it. But
Mhm.
then even when you look back on them, you can still be like, damn, this is still
Good.
like I think
That's
when
what I'm about
it
to do.
comes
That's
to
what I was about to
sports.
say about.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say about Full Metal Alchemist. I feel like that is exactly that.
Oh
I feel like
yeah.
if you go and watch the very first Isekai, you're going to be like, that was cool, but I mean, Konosuba did it 10 times better. Or Shield Hero did it 10 times better because they got to see the mistakes that first one made and improve upon
Yeah.
them. And I feel like Full Metal Alchemist is one of those that kind of set the standard. Kind of like I've told this to you. Obviously, we've said this to each other. How we believe that My Dress Up Darling has really set a new standard for rom com
Yeah, right.
anime. And I feel like after a while, Dress Up Darling is going to become kind of just good. Not it's really good right now, but I feel like
It is really
like
good.
a decade or two, it's going to be like just good.
There's gonna be some romance shows.
We're
that
gonna
beat
get a
that.
lot more that are just gonna learn from that show.
Although I'm starting
And
to doubt
evolve.
because look at what's successful right now.
Hey,
I'm looking
Rent a
at you, Rent a
Girlfriend
Girlfriend.
is
Hey, that's all I'm
popular
saying.
with viewers. Okay?
Hey, season 3, my guy.
I don't want to talk about it.
Dude. Oh,
They don't know what they're getting into. It has such a
gosh.
popular Japanese fan
Look,
base.
actually, I know that's the worst part.
That's
you know
what's
how I
keeping it
talked
alive.
about. You know how I talked about how the author Reggie, he was like, "I'm gonna be like Kazuya, and I'm gonna do a fundraiser." You know how I did that?
Yeah.
I recently found out that fundraiser. I think it was 20,000 yen.
Explain to them what the fundraiser is.
Okay, he had a fundraiser for an ad campaign.
Of Rent a Girlfriend.
The author of Rent a Girlfriend. One of the arcs, Kazi did a little fundraiser. So the author Reggie, he was like, "Guys, I'm gonna do a fundraiser too. Okay, I would like it if you would pay me money to make an ad campaign for Rent a Girlfriend." That's right. The consumers of the item in particular will be paying to be re-advertised the exact thing they already bought.
I mean, just to get more viewers and more supporters, obviously.
I know, but they fulfilled that request in I think 45 minutes.
Your mic's speaking. Lower your volume a little.
In 45 minutes. It's actually ridiculous. It's such a surprising thing to me how successful he is.
It's a garbage fire, and people
It's
are just
really
too
not-
committed. People are too committed to drop it.
Even in these early seasons, you should be able to see it coming. Like, there's barely that much redeemable about the show right now. Season 3, I'm actually going to be serious right now. Season 3 is going to adapt one of the best arcs.
The best arc. The only
Short-
good
the
arc.
best arc.
The
The
only
best
good
arc.
arc.
The only good arc. And shortly after, it's going to take a dump on all the progress and all the character
It's the movie arc, right?
that is built. Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah.
That is built in this season, in the next season. So really, I think
Season
that's
3,
the worst part. Is they're gonna get tricked into season 4.
Yeah, and then season 4 is
And
gonna be trash,
that's
and then it's
where
gonna
it
drop.
plummets.
And then it's gonna get a movie or something. I don't know.
And
I don't know.
And so, like, when you say rental girl, or sorry, My Dress Up Darling is gonna be like, oh, the standard, and things are gonna progress from there. Sometimes I worry, because shows like Rent a Girlfriend are gonna get 4 seasons, and then it's just like how? How does this
Season
happen?
2 of Dress Up Darling is confirmed.
Did they confirm that?
Yes, it has been confirmed.
Oh hell yeah! I thought there was still a teaser that was like, oh yeah, probably, but it's cool. Good.
He released like a whole thing. with
Listen, I
season
know
2.
Cloverworks likes to do like a lot of things at once. They should just put all their time in season 2. I'm gonna be honest.
They should. They should keep
just
it
do
the
it.
same quality. And I feel like it
Yeah.
should be 24 episodes.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
To catch up to the manga. Just get it over with.
Honestly, I don't know how much more they can adapt. The manga's not that far ahead.
It's like, what, 8 volumes?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
sure.
I think they're around 70 chapters. I don't think there's that much more to adapt. I know there's a bit more, but
That's how I feel about Nagatoro.
yeah,
After
true.
season 2, it's gonna be like, okay, gotta wait a little bit. Let's get this.
Hey,
it's gonna either
honest.
end or it's gonna get a third. You know.
My opinion right now, a lot of people don't like fillers, but I'm okay with fillers in something like a rom-com where plot
The whole thing is
progression.
filler.
Yeah, right. It's basically filler already, and if they wanted to add stuff and at least catch up to the manga, I am cool with that.
Okay,
they
but
can
the only
add
people
more
who
material.
use the term filler usually are people who like only watch shonen.
Yeah, it's true.
And like action anime or anime with those crazy plots. They're not exactly
Bleach
the
fans
same
be like
people.
filler.
Yeah, they're not exactly the same people who watch slice of life or rom-com.
I mean,
because
I don't
to
know.
them that's all filler. It's like
I'm one of those folks. I do both.
yeah. You could be a hybrid. You could be a Giga Chad. We're Giga
I am
Chads.
hybrid.
We're hybrids.
Yeah.
Like we can enjoy both. We have big brains. But
Yeah, everybody listen to this. If you do both, if you watch a bunch of genres, not just shonen, you're a Giga Chad. Put that on your back.
if you can
Pat
watch
yourself on the
any
back.
genre and understand the difference and like
And
enjoy
appreciate
it and
it.
appreciate the difference, like you're one of us.
If you can say agree to disagree, if you
We're
can
better.
understand people have different opinions,
Yeah.
then you're amazing.
Unless no, I'm joking. I mean,
Unless.
you can have bad opinions, but if you call My Dress Up Darling bad, then we're this leave.
Then objectively,
You're wrong.
you need to leave. Unsubscribe right now.
There are people that know when you just know when you're wrong. All right, that's the
Yeah,
important
I
thing.
think that's a good point. Everybody know when you're wrong and know when to step back.
My Hero Academia is not the worst anime ever. Okay.
Well, it's not the
It's
worst
not the
ever,
worst
but
ever. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's not
does
the
take,
worst. It's
does
not the
take kind of
worst
a
thing.
dive. Anyhow, what were we saying? Oh yeah, the best of each medium. Okay, or genre. Listen, you're probably right. I see progression from here, especially since I'm kind of in the manga landscape at this moment. I don't watch
He
too
reads a
much
lot of manga.
anime.
I don't.
I do read a lot of manga. That meaning I'm kind of in the future, guys. I can kind of tell you what's going to happen in the future from now. And what I can say is that I try to read a lot of romance, and I think there's some good stuff coming out. Some really good stuff. I think there's a lot to be excited
Throw one
about.
out. Throw one out. Throw one out.
Throw one out.
Say, watch out for this.
Ooh, okay. This is kind of controversial, but I think it's good, so I'm going to tell you guys to watch out for a rom comedy. Less romance, more comedy. What's it freaking called? Goddess Terrace Cafe. That got
Goddess
a anime.
Terrace Cafe.
Yeah, that's right. It got an anime announcement recently. It's by Seo Koji,
Wait.
who is
Pause. A terrace
Yes?
cafe, right?
Terrace.
Is it
Terrace.
terrace? Isn't a terrace like a fancy balcony?
It is kind of on a beach, so
What's a terrace?
Yes.
I think that's like a terrace. So it's like
got Terra
a
in the name.
princess terrace.
No,
What'd you say?
it's Goddess.
Oh
Terrace.
God! Oh my fault,
Yeah.
lady. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
My
Yeah,
bad. I didn't
don't worry
compliment
about
you
the
that high.
name. It doesn't. It's quite a funny show.
All right, continue.
Some of you might know the author. He's pretty controversial. He made stuff like Fuka, and if you know anything about Fuka, it's that it takes some terribly bad turns, and so does a lot of this stuff. But this is kind of his best work. There's a couple other ones, but like if you're looking for more straight romance, I know Shonen Jump has a manga going right now. I've read a little bit of the start called
romance.
Blue Box. It's pretty good, but yeah, no. In the medium, I think there's a lot more good stuff coming up. Can't really put too much out there on my head right now, but yeah.
I know we're really late, but it just popped in my head today because I recently went back to my old school to say hi to my teacher and some of the students there, and I talked to one of my friends there, and I mentioned to him because he brought up Dragon Ball, and I asked him if he has watched the newest movie, and he told me that that movie was trash, and that he wasn't even going to give it a chance because he's seen a couple clips, and he said the movie was bad.
I was gonna not watch it either.
Yeah, but
I think they
I
did
dragged Garrett to the movie movie theater because I really wanted to see it and I wanted to do something.
I
with
was
him.
really not feeling for it. I don't know. I think something with the promotional material. They just did not hype it up enough. I
They
mean,
just didn't show any of the substance of the story. They just showed
No.
like Gohan and
they're like, go on, guys.
and then everyone's grown up. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the voice they chose for Gohan, or Goten. Sorry, Goten.
Oh yeah, the new voice.
If you don't know, for the dub at least, he's the same voice as the Wizard King from Black Clover, and I just don't think that fits a teenager's voice. It just sounds like a grown wise man. I don't know. He just
Hello.
he sounds like a white guy with a square forehead.
I think even in America here, it's got people not rooting for it as much. Thankfully, we have all of Mexico to support that franchise, but or anybody Hispanic. I'm not gonna not all of them, but a majority of them, because if you didn't know, Dragon Ball is huge in that kind of area. But in
South America.
South America, yeah.
No. South of the south of North America. That's what,
Yeah, the south of North America.
Not South America.
Not South America, because
South America's already a thing, but
yeah,
I was just messing with it. I didn't expect you to be like, yeah.
Well, I was just wanted to go on to what I was saying, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Please let me recover.
Go.
No, Japan, it's actually doing terrible over there. It's doing really bad. Yeah, it's actually failing terribly. It does suck that basically a month afterwards, the One Piece film came out. And if you don't know about Japan and One Piece, it's that they really like One Piece. So
Neither of us
it
have
kind of
watched
got bum rushed. It just like did not do anything. It did not do good at all.
Would I rather spend my yen on the new Dragon Ball movie or wait a little bit and spend it on the new One Piece movie? One Piece! And, you know, I don't know, but we watched the movie and I recommend it. I thought it was great. Animation, I was really questioning because, you know, 3D CGI, it's never been done all like that way. It's usually been mainly 2D, like the Broly movie.
Yeah.
But this movie actually looked pretty freaking cool, and the story was great. And honestly, I've been watching through the original Dragon Ball series, and I'm gonna watch through all of Dragon Ball. And I stand by this now. Dragon Ball universe and its media is the best when it shows and focuses on the world instead of just Goku and Vegeta and Bulma yelling in the background. I think it's actually really good when it has like normal humans and like different species of alien and all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't explain it exactly, but when it's not
Kinda
just
like
focusing on Goku.
When you get first introduced to like the Saiyan backstory and Frieza and all that, it's kind of gets a lot more interesting. And Dragon Ball, the original, it did a lot more world building. I'm not gonna say a
It's so
lot of world
cartoony.
building.
No one ever warned me how like childish
Yeah.
the show is. Like the very first fight in
Lot
the
of gags.
tournament of like the world tournament is a guy farting in Krillin's face. Like
Yeah,
I did
remember
not
that.
know he was that
A
childish.
lot of gags,
It's
a
so
lot of
much.
gags.
It's like literally just comedy. Like the original Dragon Ball
Pretty much.
is just all comedy. I did not know that.
It took a wide turn right after Z started. Right after Z started,
Which I'm
he
excited.
kills his own brother. It's basically like,
Spoilers!
well, come on, this is Z. Came out in the '90s,
I
bro.
still don't know anything.
You don't know anything about...
I watched a big chunk of Z. Like I watched the whole like ending of Z.
Are you gonna watch the movies?
But I don't remember. If they're canon, I probably will.
No, okay, yeah. Then most of the Z movies are not canon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch like the Broly ones. I just want to watch the show.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's way more than Broly.
I know.
There's like...
Just those are the ones that are like the most popular.
Yeah, are you gonna watch GT?
No. I might.
Bro, you gotta watch GT.
GT's not canon, bro. I don't care.
You gotta watch GT. Come on.
No.
GT's good. Kind of.
I just don't want Kid Goku no more, bro.
What?
I just want grown up Goku.
I love Kid Goku.
I love Kid Goku, but I'm ready for
Anybody doesn't like Kid Goku, you gotta
go.
I just can't.
Jump off a bridge. No.
Go die.
Yeah. I don't know. The movie was great. Piccolo fight.
No,
it was Piccolo's
really
movie.
good.
It was Piccolo's movie.
If any of you are Dragon Ball fans, or even if you're not, if you just like action, this movie it's really good.
The animation is peak. It's like really freaking good. Like you think
Dragon Ball Super Heroes.
You think it's not that good? It's really good. I feel like they just really liked how Dragon Ball Fighters looked. It was like, you know what? Can we make the series just look like this? And they're like,
I'm excited.
Let's try.
I'm excited for Fighters 2. Hopefully that happens.
No, it's not called Fighters 2. It's called Dragon
Fighter
Ball
Z.
Fighters. No, it's Dragon Ball Fighters Super.
That's stupid. It's all dumb.
It's not.
It's called Dragon Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters GT.
No. We already have GT characters.
Yeah.
We already have GT characters.
Yeah.
So what characters would you want in Dragon Ball Fighter Super?
Oh, spoilers. I want the number one guy from the movie, the newest movie.
I want both of them. I want them to be like.
Oh well,
one
yeah.
character.
I want like a duo character. Yeah. He's pretty sick. He's
Imagine
pretty
they
cool.
add the bad guy, the little scientist kid.
Oh, the little kid.
Imagine
I don't want him. I don't want him.
Right.
They shouldn't waste their time on that.
No, obviously
They can waste their time on
Gohan.
Super Max Cell. Oh,
That's
upgraded Gohan's definitely gonna be a thing.
Max
Max
Cell
Cell should be there though.
I feel like that could just make that like they can kind of integrate that in like Cell's Ultimate if they change him around a little bit.
But it's
Like,
not the
make him,
same guy.
I know it's not the same guy, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be a waste, but they can.
Yo, if
'Cause
they
he's
add
too big.
bosses to, they could add bosses to the story mode, like actual bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be a part of that. That'd be interesting.
I just think it's funny and the most annoying thing ever. Why Dragon Ball's author feels like he can never create new villains. Like he creates new villains, but at the same time he doesn't, because he always brings other ones back. Like
Or he makes the villains not bad.
in the newest movie, he creates like, well, in a way, he brings back the Red Ribbon Army, but at the same time, he creates another villain because it's a new guy running it. But but it's basically the same thing because you know,
basically his grandson or whatever. So
and then you get the mad scientist, which is someone
little boy.
related
It's
to
just
Jarrah's.
It's Jarrah's grandson, which is not actually a little boy. He's like 20, which is very weird.
Yeah, but then he brings back Cell, and I don't know. And in the series, Frieza comes back like twice. Like, what is it, 3 times?
And then Frieza's spoilers.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it. But he just constantly brings back villains, and I feel like it gets on my nerves. I know in the manga there's like a couple new big bads. All I care about is the new Tournament of Power and Broly being
he turns a lot of the bad guys into good guys again. Like, that's what he does. He's like, they're not really bad. I kind of mind that. Can't you just have a bad guy for once? Just have him be bad.
I mean, Cell, that's pretty bad. Vegeta, or not Vegeta.
Well, those are returning.
Frieza. Frieza, he's always bad. There's
no
turning that guy good. Even in a multiverse, he's bad.
That's true, but I'm talking about the new ones. The returning ones from Z are always bad. Okay, they've always been bad. Most of them are just straight evil. Mm-hmm. But even like in Boo's case, Boo was like something that could be affected. Yeah, kinda. And so like when Boo gets reincarnated into Oob, you know, he's not completely a bad person, and you know, and GT trains him to be good or whatever.
Your boob is evolving. Oob.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All right.
I'm so glad that you put it that way. No, but it was a good movie.
It was. It was great. I thought it was Piccolo's movie. That's all. That's made me
so
happy.
Piccolo's movie.
Piccolo's the main character from start to finish. He had the most words. He had the most screen time. Gohan, he was just there, and he just he just stole the shine at the end. In my opinion, he didn't really deserve it. What?
That was such a short scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really short, but I was cool with it. Yeah. That's fine. I want to Gohan to progress in some way, so at least it happened.
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it. Yeah, exactly.
That's the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching so much.
Yeah.
If you've made it to the end, comment Piccolo is queen. If you feel like it.
I think you can expect more of these coming in the future.
Piccolo is king.
Yes?
Yes. But I don't know. I don't know what all we talked about because we talked about a bunch of different stuff.
Pretty much, just many things in general.
Anime mainly, which is good. But yeah, again, thank you for watching, and
thank you.
Guys enjoyed.
Goodbye.
There was never enough room on this stage for both of us.